Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today, why is nobody having red card? I specifically requested it. As always, you can get the seed from the video description, and when you're ready, let's go Gold Stake Zodiac deck. First boss, discards random cards. First round, we have a full house. Could be 8s and 7s. Okay. Could be a runner. Could be Judgment plus Buffoon Pack. Could get 2 jokers here. I think clean runner is pretty good. It's chips, it's scaling. Take a runner here, go next. Alright. I need any one straight. I've got 7 through 4. We can try to get an 8 or a 3. Throw away the 6 of hearts. Try to get getting worse. We could play a pair of queens. Okay, so we do get the 8. We can throw away the spades. Okay. 15 chips on the runner now. We can win with 2 pairs. So I could play a pair of 8s, follow up with any other pair. I could try to get the 6. Only 2 6s in the deck. Not very likely. High card wins here, but we get the 7 high straight. Okay. Now what? Hallucination's tempting. It's a value generator, but it doesn't start generating value until maybe 5 rounds from now. So maybe we don't take it, maybe we just save our money. We don't have a Molt Joker yet, so I might need my money to reroll for a Molt Joker in the next shop. We can take the 2 rentals and sell them. Alright, I can play 2 pair queens and 6s because we have Clever Joker. Against the hook, what I like to do is play a few hands first. So if this is not close to a straight, then discarding is probably a waste. We can play a hand first, and when we have something that's closer to being a straight, then we can start discarding. So let's play 2 pair queens and 6s. 30 chips on the runner is pretty good. So every pair should be between 100 and maybe 150 points. So we can win with pairs. Pair of queens, pair of 9s, whatever. We don't need Clever Joker anymore. We could go for the straight now. So I could throw away the 7 and try to get a jack. I have more 8s than I have jacks. So maybe we throw away the queen here and try to get the 8. That's not good. So now any queen or 8. We do get the 8. Alright. Jack high straight here. Could be probably sell the spaceman. This wins. So yeah, most of the time sell the spaceman. Okay. About 500 points for the 5 card hands. So with 45 chips on the runner in the next round, we can play 2 5 card hands. Bosses play 5 cards. I could take a suit changer in case of emergencies if we need an emergency flush. I think I'm okay without it with the runner because we can also play 200 point pairs. $2 garbage tag. All right, so I can try to get the high straight. Maybe. Which 10? Throw away the 10 of clubs, I guess. Ace high straight. Okay, play the clubs. Throw away the diamonds, maybe. Okay. Is there another straight that we can get? We could probably not get a 10. So probably go for the spade flush. Okay. Play the flush. I could dig for the 10. But I think I just want to get out of here and save my money. Extra hands is extra money. Alright. Next round we probably need a little bit of help. Could be a spectral pack. Looking for some seals. Could be Hex, would be nice. Could be Deja Vu. I like Sigil here. If we don't draw the straight, we can do an emergency flush, maybe. Fades, okay. The Chad and Splash we can take just for one round. So now Chad gives me extra chips. I can play Ace High like this. I could play maybe this flush and then try to draw a 10. So play the flush just to get it on the board. We do get the 10. Okay, so I'm looking for either a queen or a 7. We do get the 7. All right, we can throw away the diamonds. This straight doesn't win. And then now 75 chips on the runner, we can win with pairs. So acknowledging that we can win with pairs, we can try to get a queen or an 8. There's a jack high straight. So Splash we don't need, Chad we don't need. Play the jack high straight. Okay. 21 bucks. Probably we need popcorn. I can beat the boss with 3 5-card hands. I don't know if I can draw 3 5-card hands, so probably we should take popcorn. And then, do we want the Hungman? Usually yes, but maybe it's a little bit expensive. Maybe I want to save my money or interest. Let's go next. Alright, so what kind of straights can we get? I can throw away all these 4s, I guess. Try to get the 8. Did not get the 8. Go one more time. All right, so 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm looking for... Because we have 90 chips on the runner, high card wins. A pair wins. So we can throw away a hand. And we do get the 5. Okay. Okay. 4,000 points is good. This boss says hearts are debuff. Let's start with an Arcana pack looking for Hermie. Could be Hermie. Okay, then do we want a banner? Do we want Zany Joker? Do we want a castle? I'm okay with a castle. Castle and runner are a little bit awkward. It's a little bit awkward. You're holding on to a straight and then trying to dig for a straight. Then you don't get to discard as many cards for the castle, but we might be willing to do both. Maybe. Maybe you do one and then transition into the other. Could be. Could be we just re-roll here. Castle is comparable to the runner. All I got to do is discard 5 cards, 5 clubs, and then it's equal to 1 straight. Is pretty good. So maybe we'll do that. Arcana takes me to 32. I could reroll first. Let's just go Arcana. Could be some lucky cards, could be spin the wheel. I like the idea of lucky cards as potential value generators. So could be lucky king and queen maybe. And then go next. Reroll down to 27. If I go down to 27 bucks, I'm not going to want to buy anything. We can save our money, maybe get the voucher. All right, castle on clubs. I could discard the clubs and go for the high straight. I could play king as a high card. Dig for a jack. Or I could just discard the 4 clubs. Let's discard the lucky card. Discard the king. Like this. Okay, so try to get the jack. There we go. Ace, king, queen, jack, 10. Okay. Not very many chips on the castle. That's okay, probably. We get a red card, we get a supernova. Okay. So... rental red card, probably we need to do it. Supernova, probably we don't need to do it as a perishable because we have the popcorn. So let's go red card, standard pack first. Okay, I don't need anything from the standard pack. Now we can go Arcana. It'd be Emperor or skip. Probably we're supposed to skip since the popcorn is perishable. Another thing you could do the suit changes and that makes the castle better. Maybe if we make a bunch of diamonds, makes the castle better. I think I'm going to skip for the red card. We can get tarot cards later, maybe, if we need to. Castles on clubs. Okay, so I could try to get the low straight. I could try maximizing my discards. This is good. So I can discard the 9 and I can try to get a queen now. So there's the ace high straight. Okay. 135 on the runner. Yeah, maybe I don't need this castle. I can take a death card. I could open the standard packs looking for something to copy. So could be do we want a gold seal 3? Maybe. So typically the advice that I give for the red card is don't skip stuff that you wouldn't normally skip. So maybe gold seal 3 I'm supposed to take instead of skipping. I like that idea. Do we also want the mega standard pack? Mega is kind of expensive, but I get to take one, skip one, is maybe something that I want to do. We have to consider the popcorn's going to leave soon. I can use death to copy the gold seal, so maybe it's not too expensive to do this. I get a blue 9, skip the rest. Okay, so I can't afford the voucher. Parking is probably not profitable. Probably. If I had to guess. Let's go next. Castle. Trying to do parking plus castle plus runner at the same time. That's probably too many limes for me to juggle. Let's go castles on spades. I could play the pair of 3s first. The next hand wins, period. So you could use the blue seal to level up straights. I think we use the blue seal to start leveling up pairs now, actually. So let's discard the spades. Okay. I want to make another 9. If I'm going to make another 9, I should get rid of hearts because of the castle. So maybe I turn a 4 into a 9 here. And then play a pair of 9s. Okay. Maybe if you already have the castle and the runner, maybe you're supposed to copy the gold seal instead of the blue seal. Let's not use these right away in case we have an Arcana pack. We could try to get a Fool. Could be an Arcana pack, try to get a Fool. Shoot the Moon in case there's Temperance. Alright, could be Judgment, could be a Moon. Probably we skip here. Boss says decrease level. That's not good. Though having the castle helps. Okay, Mercury's fine. I think we skip. Popcorn's +4. Probably don't need to shoot the Moon. Probably don't take the Celestial pack. Save our money. Go next. Castles on diamonds. I want to play some of these diamonds though. I want to play the 3, right? I could play this pair. Next pair probably wins. I could discard my diamonds. Is it possible for me to play high card ace without winning? Or do we just discard the diamonds? Now do we want to try to get a straight, try to dig for the blue seal. Let's try to dig for the blue seal, maybe? So, play a pair of kings. Yes. I forgot about the popcorn. No, that was $2. Bummer. All right. Could be a fortune teller. Is helpful. Buffoon pack. I could take a rough gem as a value generator. We do have a few extra diamonds. I think it's probably worth it. Castle on clubs. So we can take the rough gem and then we can skip the standard pack. So I don't need this king. Go next. Castles on clubs. Okay, so I want to play the 3s. I want to discard clubs. I throw away this jack. Play the 3s. Okay. I could play this pair of 2s. I could discard the clubs first. If I'm going to discard the clubs, I might as well throw away the jack of clubs. Okay. I can play a pair of 2s. I could follow up with a pair of 9s. I think fortune teller is not necessary. So this pair shouldn't win. Okay. And then we want to throw away clubs. Do I want to play a diamonds flush? Or because I could do this. Play a diamonds flush, but I'm trying to get the blue seal value. Do the flush. All right. So I could play the flush for $5, or I can play the pair. Play the pair. Okay. Mercury's fine. I don't think we need this telescope. I could take Devil. I could take a Spectral pack. I don't want Ectoplasm, probably. Purple Seal we could do as another value generator. Or against this boss, maybe I just want to skip for the red card. Castles on Hearts. I don't think I need the Purple Seal. So let's skip. And we will go Celestial pack. So could be Mercury, could be... I think I'm going to skip. Since we already have so many chips, we can get the Molt on the red card. Now, do we need Steven here, or are we fine without it? We're probably fine without it. Let's go next. All right. 2 9s in hand. Probably we turn them into gold. I can play high card first. I could try to get a flush. Maybe keep a 7. So how much is the high card? High card already is 4-9, so that wins. Play high card queen. I forgot Castle on Hearts. Okay, play high card jack. Or play high card ace. The advantage of playing the ace is I can dig for my hearts. Maybe that's not something that I super care about. Alright, the next hand wins no matter what it is. So let's discard the hearts. And I think I'm going to play the pair of 10s. So make a gold 9. Play a pair of 10s. I could play a flush here, but we go down 1 level and then we go up 2 levels, so it's worth it. Cool. 3 more rounds on the rough gem. 21 on the red card. Could be Grimbo is less good with the castle. I think we're deep enough we don't need Grimbo here. Boss says play only 1 type of hand. I kind of want to save money for seed money, but we might need the points here. So maybe we need the standard pack skip and then also the celestial pack skip. So it could be a Mercury card, could be we need the molt more. We have plenty of chips, we need the molt here. Probably. And then go next. Alright, so we got the rough gem. I want to get, let's see here, castle on clubs. Let's start there. I can play a straight, actually. Do a straight. Okay. Decent points on the straight. I can play the pair of 10s. This should not win. Okay, and then we could dig for clubs. So maybe I'm supposed to keep the queen. Play the queen now. Okay. That's 10,000 for the pair. Is pretty good. Alright, we got $6 here. We got castle on hearts. Could be Faceless Joker as another money generator. Could be... I want to grow the red card. So Celestial Pack, we can skip Mercury and go next. Alright, Castle on Hearts. So start with a pair of 5s. Okay. I could discard the face cards. Play a pair of aces. Holding the 7s. Next pair wins. I could discard the face cards. I can play a pair of 7s. There you go. Pair of 7s is 15,000. Okay, so we can beat the boss with 3 pairs. Maybe 3.5 pairs. Okay. Could be Temperance for $11. Could be an Emperor. So let's do that. Emperor gives me Fool, Strength. Let's go Arcana. Could be a Death card. Okay. Maybe I want to have more face cards for Faceless Joker. Maybe I want to have more 9s if I have these 9s. Maybe I want to do more 10s. Castle's on clubs right now. Maybe I want to have more diamonds for the castle. So like maybe you turn a Queen of Hearts into Ace of Diamonds. Or do I want to get rid of clubs? Castle's on clubs right now, but maybe I want to get rid of clubs. Maybe turn an 8 of clubs into an ace here. Sure. I want to use the death card so that I can use a fool later. So 8 and ace here, we can go death. Maybe. Rough gem is inconsequential, so I don't need the diamonds for the rough gem. I just want the diamonds for the castle. I want to do diamonds and spades, maybe. Maybe I should have copied a spade there instead of copying a diamond. Okay, standard pack we can skip. Diamond ace is pretty cool. Maybe it's late enough where I don't care about a diamond ace. Maybe I just skip it now. And I think seed money's viable now. Let's go next. Okay, so I have a pair of 9s, which I can turn into 10s. I can also turn a jack into a 10. I think I go strength here. And then I'm going to use death to copy. I could discard the face cards. Okay. Let's play this pair of 10s, holding the death card. So, okay. I can discard the face cards. I can play a pair of 2s. All we need is one more pair. I could copy the 3, though probably we just want to copy the 10. Probably. Do we want to copy the 3? Probably we just copy the 10. So could be we want fewer hearts. I can turn this 2 into a 10. Play this pair. Keeping the 3 and the ace. This wins. It's like 17,000, right? Okay. And then since we use a death card, let's look for an Arcana pack. We could get a Fool. This boss says base, chips and mold hand. That's could be kind of rough. Alright, Fool for another death card is probably the thing that we want to do. Okay. Mega standard pack, we can take one, skip one. Could be a gold seal jack. I think I'm gonna skip. Could be take a scholar here instead of a rough gem. I think is unnecessary. Let's just go next. I guess I sell the rough gem. All right. So now we have a bunch of 10s, right? Castles on spades. Let's play a pair of 8s. I should keep the 10s because the 10s are my pairs. Okay, I could discard the face cards here. I don't have a lot of 9s left. That's okay. So there's 9s followed up with 10s. Alright, the 10s win. I can turn a 7 into another 10. There's a pair of 10s. Cool. So we're currently sitting at 20,000 per pair, which means in the next round we need a little bit more gas, to be honest. But we got money, we can figure it out. So it could be a Fool for a death card. Is probably the kind of thing that I want to do. Could be spin the wheel. So I can sell Mercury or I can use Mercury. I could open the Arcana pack first. Maybe. Don't want to use a Fool for a death card. Alright. Fool. Arcana. Emperor we can skip. Here I could use the Fool to copy the blue seal now. I think I want to do. Let's do that. So Mercury is fine. Death, we could hold it. We could use it. I think I'm going to use it. I think Castle on Spades is a good opportunity to get rid of more hearts. Death here is okay. We can skip. All right, center pack, we just skip. Probably. We could spin the wheel. We could re-roll. Could be Hermie. All right, so spin the wheel. And then Hermie. I don't need more hearts. I don't need a golden ticket. Let's see here. Faceless Joker. I guess. Sure. Bummer. That's not great. Okay. Could be a Sly Joker here. I don't think the extra chips are going to matter that much for us. I think with the holographic and the 2 skips, I think we can hit 90,000. Go next. All right, Castle on Spades. So I could play the 7s. All right, so that's 27. So we're fine there. I could discard some face cards for the Faceless Joker. I can discard some more face cards. If we don't draw a pair, I'm going to be pretty sad. I can keep a 6, or I think I keep the ace. Alright. Having all of these 10s is useful. So a lot of 10s in the deck, a lot of aces in the deck. So probably we play 2 10s this way. Oh, I should play the gold ones. It's getting worse. So play the pair of 10s. Now we're looking for another ace or another 10 here. There's a pair of aces. Okay. Alright. This boss is gonna reduce my chips by quite a bit. What was the last thing that we did? Last thing we did was spin the wheel. So use Mercury here. Okay, Temperance. Telescope, I can guarantee some pair levels. But maybe it's worth it to just skip for the red card. Actually. I think also Popcorn is very helpful here. So, we take Popcorn. Hierophant for the extra chips could be useful. Popcorn, is that going to be enough now? Can we get 20,000 per hand? I think I'm okay spending down a little bit here. I don't think Judgment is going to help us. Could be an extra Mercury card here. I don't think Todd is going to help us very much. Popcorn's probably enough. I could take a Fist instead of the golden ticket. I could take the Chad here. This should be fine. Alright. Castle on Hearts. We can start with a pair of 3s. Maybe. Okay. So that means we should be fine. I can play the pair of 10s. Okay. Could be a pair of 9s. Castle on Hearts. Let's go bonus 9s. That doesn't win. Then we discard hearts, play the king, or play the 10s. Play these 10s. The gold ones. Okay. Mercury. Sure. Alright, so there's an Arcana pack. What was the last thing we did? Last thing we did was the Hierophant, so it's okay if we use the Mercury cards here. After that boss, we're probably fine now. So, standard pack, we can skip. Arcana, looking for, could be money, could be steel card, maybe doesn't matter. And then go next. Alright, Castle on Spades. This golden ticket is not worth it. Because if we play the 2 gold cards, you get $4 instead of $3. It's an extra $1, but it is holographic, so maybe we keep it for that reason. Castles on Spades. Let's play a pair of 3s. Okay. There's a pair of 3s. Or there's another 3. I can play this 3. I could discard the spades first. Okay. And then play the 10s. Maybe I'm supposed to sell the ticket. Alright. Next round we should be able to get 50,000 per hand. Okay. Could be a blue joker. That could give us extra chips. Maybe we go... You can copy the ticket, but maybe it makes sense to copy hallucination instead. Maybe. Let's do that. So popcorn's out. Copy hallucination. I don't need a purple 4. I don't need an empress. Priestess is okay. And then arcana. Power we don't need. Spin the wheel we don't need. Magician we don't need anymore. Okay. Hallucination probably we don't need, though it is kind of nice that we can copy it with the blue joker. So yeah, maybe we'll keep it. Go next. Alright, castle on diamonds. I can start with a pair of 6s. Next pair probably wins. There's some diamonds. I have a pair of jacks. I could do this and then it won't win. And then there's the diamonds. There's a 3. And probably gonna have to play the 10s here, I guess. Try to get a 3. This might win. Okay, so there's a pair of 10s. There we go. And what was the deal with the boss? Boss was face down after played. Okay. Castle's on spades. All right. Cloud 9, there's a moon. I don't want clubs. Dinner pack first. We can skip. We can take Hermie. Don't need judgment. Fool for Hermie. Or, okay, so spin the wheel. Emperor. Get a death card. Probably that just goes on the 10, right? So Hermie here's okay. Then could do a little re-rolling. We could replace hallucination with something. Could be a burger, maybe. This boss does make it a little bit annoying. Face down after played, I guess. But if we got the blue joker, maybe that's the thing that we want to do. I guess I don't need both of these chips jokers. Maybe now we don't need the runner anymore. Maybe. Okay. I like the magician against this boss because you can flip over the cards if we need to. So let's go next. All right, let's not play it too fancy. We can start with a pair of 2s. Okay. Here is a guaranteed pair. Okay. And then whatever happens, happens. Fine. All right. So this boss is extra large. Okay. Could be a wheel. All right. Celestial pack. We did get a telescope, right? Okay, I can go Arcana. Castle on diamonds no longer matters. I could, instead of copying the blue seal, I could copy the gold seal. Maybe make some lucky 3s. And then I don't need the jacks anymore. Turn a jack with clubs into a 3. And skip the wheel. Now we got a nice amount of mult on the red card. All right. Go next. All right. So I guess this is the hand. Okay, that's 100,000. There's a pair of 9s. That's it. I guess we could have worked a little bit harder to draw the gold seals. Oh well. Okay. There's astronomer. If I want to drop the burger, or maybe we drop the runner is something that I talked about. Or maybe we don't drop the runner, maybe we drop the castle instead. Sure. So castle's out. Mercury's okay. Enter pack we can sell, or we can skip. There we go, another Mercury card. And do I want the Chad instead of the Astronomer? Maybe. Could be some gold seal value. No Andrew, no Faceless. The Idol is interesting. Maybe you do the Idol instead of the Runner. Ace of Diamonds. We have the burger, so we probably get to touch them all if we want. So maybe we drop the runner here. Take an idol. And Hierophant probably doesn't matter. Let's go next. Alright, I can play a pair of tens. Idol on Ace of Diamonds doesn't matter. Alright, 60,000 for a pair. There's a 3. I can try to get a pair of 3s. Okay, could be this pair of 3s, copying the Chad. Could be something like that. Could be this pair of aces. Oh, I'm supposed to copy the red card. Copying the Chad doesn't do anything scoring wise. How about make some bonus aces? And now copy the idol. There you go. Cool. Idol says Queen of Hearts. How many Queens of Hearts? 1 Queen of Hearts. Okay. Alright, there's a Fist, there's a Magician. Standard pack we can skip unless there's a Queen of Hearts that we want. Celestial pack, maybe take a Mercury card. Alright, so probably no Magician. Could be a Sun for some Queens. Maybe. Could be Fool for Mercury. Could be Strength to turn Jacks into Queens. Maybe. So let's do that, I guess. Alright. Plutonium, no. Swashbuckler, no. Don't need Devil, don't need Mars. Let's just go next. Alright. So we can play pair of aces. There you go. Okay. Pair of sixes. Pair the 3s. We could throw away the 10s. We could play the pair of kings and then throw away a 10 and a 3. Maybe something like that. 36 cards in the deck. This should be fine. Okay. There's more 10s. There's always more 10s. Okay. There's 10s, throwing away a king. Could be... Now we're getting down to it. Okay. Could be ace high. Play the pair of 5s. Pair the 10s. 13 cards left. We could strengthen the jacks, maybe. And I guess use the sun. So that's 4 queens if we want it. I guess we could dig for 1 more queen. I probably should have waited on the sun then. I guess we could just play this pair like that, maybe. There you go. All right. We did end up beating the Violet Vessel. Look at that. If we didn't get the idol there, if you didn't have Chad and idol there, of course you get the repeatable X-Mult and then you beat the boss in one hand. You could get maybe a glass card in the shop. We are playing on the Zodiac deck, so you have Tarot Merchant could be a Justice card in the shop. Even if you don't get that, we were already scoring maybe like 150,000, maybe, you know, as much as 200,000 with the runner and the castle. Well, if we get 400 chips per pair, then the runner and the castle were 150 each. So put those two together, that's 300. That's you know, maybe doubles your score against the boss here. And then with the burglar, we're fine. So would have been fine against this boss or against any other boss. So kind of the lesson here, we started out with the runner. I decided, okay, runner, instead of potentially you open the buffoon pack, potentially you take the judgment card, you try to get some kind of molt joker early. Molt joker is very powerful, but having a chips joker, a scaling chips joker, is even more powerful. It's not going to be as immediately powerful, but it is going to be better in the long term. So we take the runner, and then with the runner, we can combine that with any other source of molt. So it could be popcorn, could be red card, could be green joker. There's a lot of different ways to get molt, but there's not that many ways to get chips. And the benefit of having the chips and the molt, then you have the scaling chips joker. You can beat, you know, maybe something like this. Maybe the boss that decreases level to your hands. If you have enough chips stacked up, then you can play whatever hand. You don't have to play your main hand. Same with the boss base chips and molt had. If you have a lot of chips stacked up, then you don't worry about this as much. As far as playing with the red card, as far as playing with the red card goes, what I suggest is don't open booster packs you wouldn't normally open. Don't skip things you wouldn't normally skip. So if there's a gold card, you take it. If there's a gold seal, blue seal, you take it. If there's a hermit, you take it. And then the rest of the time you can skip. So like card enhancements, like maybe lucky cards, bonus cards, molt cards, maybe those things are not super important if the plan is to spam pairs. We did start out with the runner, and we could have played straights. We could have used the blue seal for straights. I think that's a viable line, but maybe a risky line. So the much safer line is to just get the chips on the runner and then use those chips to play a more spammable hand. So use the chips on the runner to play pairs, and then with the blue seal start leveling up our pairs. We did have the castle and the runner. We said, okay, runner already stacked up. Maybe you don't need a second chips joker, but it's not necessarily that bad to take a second chips joker. If you can get the castle up to as high as the runner, then that's a ×2. It's doubling your chips, it's doubling your score to do both at the same time, even though it's a little bit hard to do the castle if you're holding on to your straights. So we immediately abandon the straights plan so that we can use our full discards to try to find our blue seals. And even prioritizing the blue seals over that castle value, potentially. And then, you know, once you get out of the early game, once you start scaling your red card, and once you get the blue seal value, then you're probably fine. Probably. Obviously, some of these bosses are still going to be hard. Take care, everyone.